I can remember as far back as like 7. I lived on the corner of Calaveras and McKenzie. It's a little tiny house. Second house from the corner is all the way pushed back. And I remember having the biggest yard. My mom had a whole bunch of kids. It's 2-bedroom. And it was a lot of siblings always out in the yard and stuff. A good part of my elementary years was here in Lowell. I'm pretty woven into Lowell and stuff. It's not all the same neighbors still. The years have changed. But to this house, I remember coming to this house as well for Bible Club as a kid. I left Lowell and then I came back as an adult and then moved us into this house from a 1-bedroom with 3 kids in a small apartment into this house.
Many renters in Lowell really desire to own a home. In Lowell, where 90% of the housing has been rental stock, when something comes on the market, it's a lot of times a cash-only buy.
The house was very outdated. It just looked stuck. But to me, I didn't care about the looks. There's a roof over our head and we have walls and doors and windows, and I am fine with that. The other stuff, we could either fix it or figure out how we could manage it or live with it. The shower had to be taken out, so the shower was taken out when we had moved in. The toilet is still usable, the sink was still usable, but the shower wasn't. And then as time went by, the floor had gave out. The main biggest thing that we had the most problems with was mice and roaches. And we tried everything. It's a big house and it's hard to manage. Before Lowell CDC stepped in, I was that house to where you could meet me at the front door. We could talk at the front door, but you had to be really close family to come and see my mess, come and see my roaches and see a mice here and there and see that we're using pliers for a shower. I was at a house that I didn't want anybody to come into. We were asked if we were interested in buying the house last year. City of Fresno had came out and wanted to check in and outside the house and gave us, I want to say, a thick packet of things that need to be fixed. And that was a stress, and I didn't feel like I could do it on my own within the time that they had gave us. So Lowell CDC has stepped in and then bought it and said, we'll take care of everything with City of Fresno, the living conditions, and then getting it approved for a loan, so it could be ready for a loan. So now it's in a living condition to where we could get any kind of loan. Now we just need to be financially ready. And we've been doing the whole year of preparing ourselves for that and saving up for that. And now we're ready.
As time goes on and we hear stories and desires from families to become homeowners, we try and find where the gaps are and where we can step in and help. Sometimes that looks like providing financial education. Sometimes that looks like connecting families with first-time homebuyer education. Sometimes that looks like helping families access savings accounts and credit repair. Lowell CDC had an ongoing relationship with the property owner, with the tenants. We offered a solution where we could purchase the home, keep the family in the home, renovate the home, and the family ends in purchasing the home, and everyone wins.
I don't think we could have done it on our own without Lowell CDC. Walking with us and seeing us in the mess and saying we could help. It's back to what I remember it as being surrounded by people in this house and outside this house. And then now I'm able to provide the space for that without no shame because of Lowell CDC.